Just like any other phones these days, Motorola is back with its yearly update with the Razr series. I know guys, hindi man ganon kalayo yung itsura nitong bagong Motorola Razr 50 Ultra sa predecessor niya, but personally, it really makes improvements in key areas katulad ng kanyang cover screen, performance, camera capabilities, and of course, AI. So, let's talk about it. Hey guys, it's your Tech Mary and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Alam kong una nyo agad itatanong how was I able to purchase one if hindi naman siya officially launched in the Philippines. Let's get the facts straight first. Yung Motorola guys, meron siyang global and China version. May iba't ibang countries kayong pwedeng pagbilhan. Meron sa Singapore, meron sa Hong Kong, meron sa Japan, meron sa US, at marami pang iba, of course, except the Philippines. Which is sad, I know, but somehow I also get it. Nakahanap ako sa FB Marketplace, yung pinakamura yung binili ko, and nakipag-meet up ako. And that's how I was able to get one. Lagay ko na lang yung name ng page in case you guys are interested. Let's start with the design. May mga subtle changes siya that not everyone may notice. Kapag nakasara, the clamshell foldable is now a couple of millimeters thinner, which is why when folded, parang as thick as most smartwatches na siya. This is mainly because of the new hinge, which is apart from the promising better reliability, is also making it more compact. By the way guys, this phone is actually available in 4 colors. Tatanggalin ko lang yung case. I actually customized this. Na-inspire ako dun sa TikTok video that I saw na binadazzle niya yung case niya. It's available in blue, peach fuzz, which is yung Pantone color of the year. Meron din tayong pink, and lastly, the green one. To be exact, it's called Spring Green, and that is actually what my review unit is. And by the way, all of these colors are in vegan leather, pero iba-iba yung texture niya. Yung Spring Green has a grass-like texture, and because of its texture, mas grippy din yung device. By the way, I really like the fact that there is a case included in the box. And not just any other case, it's a really good one. Anyway, when folded shut, it is indeed a perfectly pocket-friendly device, weighing almost the same as last year's. And by the way, yung hinge niya is easier to open with one hand compared to the hinge that the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 has. Other improvements that I think is worth mentioning is yung Corning Gorilla Glass Victus screen protection sa cover screen niya and a full IPX8 water resistance. I'm sure tatanungin niyo ako kaninong form factor and design yung mas nagustuhan ko, Z Flip 6 or the Motorola Razr 50 Ultra. To be honest, you can't have it all. Wala akong gusto na sobra. Meron per aspect. Cover screen size and usability, syempre gusto ko yung Motorola. When it comes to hinge, mas gusto ko yung meron yung Z Flip 6. Form factor, mas gusto ko rin yung Z Flip 6. Color availability, mas nagustuhan ko yung choices na meron yung Motorola. Now, speaking of the display, pag-usapan natin. Unang-una, syempre, cover screen, which is, again, always the interesting aspect of any foldable. 4 inches na to compared sa 3.6 inch ng predecessor niya. This may not sound like a big jump on paper, but it's hugely different in real life. Kung maaalala nyo with the Razr 40 Ultra, meron pang small gap above the screen. Now, wala na tayong gap. The cover screen really takes up the entire exterior panel. Meaning, mas may room na yung applications to breathe. Even without enabling guys yung full screen setting. Typing is also easier now. Mas less yung typos ko this time. Something I couldn't say with other flip phones now. Once you flip it open, I know ito yung biggest issue ng iilan kung ba't hindi pa rin bumibili ng flip phone. And that is the crease. Actually, while you are opening the device, you can feel the subtle hinge. Maririnig mo rin siya, but not as much with other flip budget phones. In fairness naman din, sa 6.9-inch OLED screen niya that has a 165Hz refresh rate, it's indeed perfect, especially for outdoor use. Though, yung plastic build ng internal screen niya is a bit reflective as compared sa iba pang mga flagship devices, and medyo mahirap tong gamitin lalo na sa mga bright environments. Which is why being it a flip phone is convenient. Kung ayaw nyong gamitin yon, we always have the option to use the cover display. And the fact that we can fold it in half, we can easily slip it into our pocket or small bags. Now, I'm sure gusto nyo nang malaman kung ano yung mga pwede natin gawin sa cover screen niya. We will talk about that later. Mabilisan, cameras muna. We all know na yung mga flip phones ngayon have never been the best when it comes to phone photography. Unless you are, of course, taking group photos with no one to take it. That's when flip phones truly shine. Pero, specs muna tayo. There is a 50 megapixels for the wide-angle lens, and this has an optical image stabilization. And yup, there is also a 2x telephoto lens that is a 50 megapixels as well, na pinalit nila doon sa ultra-wide from last year. But, when it comes to pixel count, indeed, these are a big leap. As someone who loves using ultra-wide lens on any type of smartphones, indeed, it is a disappointment for me. Considering na yung telephoto lens na nilagay is only 2x, which is, for me, not enough magnification. I really hope next year when Samsung release their next generation flip, wag nilang alisin yung ultra-wide. Anyway, yung output naman guys, nung main camera are okay. They are slightly saturated, whether or not pa you have AI shot optimization switch on. Okay din naman yung dynamic range niya. At the same time, mabilis yung autofocus. And with the new telephoto camera, nasa-serve naman niya yung purpose niya, even in daylight and indoor lighting. Ang ganda rin niyang gamitin, especially for the portrait mode. Medyo nag-struggle na lang yung device in low light, probably because this has no optical image stabilization. And to be honest, this phone cannot compete with non-folding flagships that uses large 1-inch sensors. Again guys, I am not nitpicking, pero kung may budget kayo na ganito kalaki, I will always suggest to opt for another device, especially if you are into mobile photography more. Anyway, may 32 megapixels rin tayo sa inner screen, but the fact that there is a cover display acting as a viewfinder, to be honest, I would want my selfie snaps to be shot using these 50 megapixel lenses. Siguro if may sore spot ako dito sa bagong phone ng Motorola, it would be the long-term software support. This device is actually getting 3 new Android generations and 4 years of security patches, which is several years less than you will get from a modern Samsung flip phone. At the same time, yung Android 14 niya is only just arriving on the Razr 40 Ultra, which is 8 months after it originally released. So yes, medyo I would say nahuhuli si Motorola when it comes to that aspect. Now, when it comes to software experience, yung meron siya na skin is what you call Hello UI. Actually, it's good. Hindi naman siya yung sobrang overwhelming type of skin. May mga pre-installed third-party applications. Pwede naman silang i-uninstall. Pero may mga bago rin na apps na bawal i-uninstall. In short, it does not have the near stock Android feel na meron yung mga dating Motorola or yung mga recent Android devices ngayon like the one from Nothing, OnePlus, and even Google. Pero in fairness, there is a ton of personalization, especially when it comes to themes, fonts, wallpapers, AI, and more. Okay, so now that the Z Flip 6 is already out, I still think Motorola Razr 50 Ultra is the forefront when it comes to the cover display functions. It's as useful as it claims. You can use almost any app sa cover display niya. You can multitask. You can use the full with keyboard. Play almost any type of games. Meron din siyang desk display na tinatawag. We can choose between tent or stand. Tapos, ipapakita niya yung kahit na anong text na gusto nyo and picture carousel. Though, ingat lang kasi this uses additional battery power. Ngayon, performance na tayo. Something that is also a bit disappointing. Actually, yung raw performance na tong Motorola Razr 50 Ultra halos similar doon sa Galaxy Z Flip 5 that I tested last year. Which is weird because again, this phone is a 2024 flip phone. I would say yung meron siya na Qualcomm Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 is not as powerful as the one we have from the recent Galaxy Z Flip 6. But in terms of everyday usability naman, wala naman ako na-encounter na issue or notable bugs. It's running smoothly, flawlessly, and you know, what you would expect from a flagship Motorola device. Yung transition then of applications from the cover display to the main display is smooth. But one thing worth pointing out is probably yung heating niya. Playing games or yung mga demanding games, guys, hindi naman siya umiinit. But I notice it gets warm kapag camera app yung ginagamit ko. And this is from my 1 week of using this flip phone. Now, when it comes to battery, again, 1 week almost ko na siyang ginagamit. It has 4,000 milliamp hour. Again, on paper for a flagship phone, maliit yon. But again, let's go back. We are talking about a flip device. Not bad because there is indeed 200 more compared sa predecessor niya na 3.8 lang. At syempre, mas efficient yung chipset natin ngayon. And of course, with the cover screen saving me from opening the phone, lalong-lalo na doon sa mga most used apps ko, I normally end the day with 30% remaining pa. Which is also somehow the same case with my experience dito sa Z Flip 6. Alam nyo, hindi naman siya perfectong foldable. Katulad ng naging review natin sa Z Flip 6, may mga flaws and pagkukulang din. You just really have to choose your battle. And again, that battle is this Razr 50 Ultra is lacking in the power department compared to Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 equipped alternatives. Samahan pa ng 3-year OS upgrade niya na promise, which is a bit underwhelming. And to some of you and to me, the lack of ultra-wide. But I think there is still a lot of value here. Considering din na mas malaki yung minura ng Motorola Razr 50 Ultra compared to our Z Flip 6 that we have in the market. Again, we have to consider kasi yung Motorola ngayon, mabibili lang natin sa gray market. Alam naman natin na pag officially launched in the Philippines, mas mahal talaga. Paalala lang kapag bibili kayo ng flip phone tapos hindi Samsung, which is, again, may warranty sa Philippines, make sure lang na you know the risk involved. Lalong-lalo na if nasira yung flip phone nyo, tapos sayang under warranty pa sana. Anyway, that's basically it. That's for my Motorola Razr 50 Ultra review. Again, it's your Tech Girl Mary and see you on our next video. Bye!